Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be cleaning up all this mess over here. Just kidding, we're going to be building a welding table. But essentially, this welding table will take care of all this mess. This welding table we're going to be building is going to be built out of completely angle iron, a few pieces of scrap sheet metal, and this massive tabletop. So the way I'm going to make this angle iron square is basically line it up right here, make this part flush, and then draw a line from this part to right here and to here. So I'll cut this 1x1 square so this can sit flush with it. So this tool right here is a square, and I think it's probably the most essential tool to build stuff. You need to make sure everything is square. So this is what this is used for. Once I find everything square, I'm just going to draw a line from here to here. Just finished with the vise and the grinder. Everything is cut out. I used my handy dandy tools. Made sure everything is square. Just here I think I couldn't see and I went a little too far, but it shouldn't be a big problem. Other corners look fine. Here it sticks out by a bit, but we can deal with that after it's fully done welded. But for now, I'm going to bring my welder, get this tack welded up. So just tack those three corners, these three corners, those three, everything is accurate. Now I'm just gonna have to go ahead, clean these welds up, fully get these things welded up. So I'm gonna work on this side right here. So I just got the top part fully welded up. And then I went with a grinding disc and grinded down all the welds on the outside because this top part has to be flush. You know, at the start I said that this is going to help clean up my mess, right? So this is going to be like a 3-in-1 welding table, cart, and storage. So here's where I'm planning to make my shelves. There's going to be 2 shelves. The shelf right here is going to be where my tools are going to be, like the grinder, some wrenches and whatever. And then this top shelf, which is supposed to be the bigger shelf, I'm going to have to move this to the back. That's where I'm going to keep the welder and my helmet and most of the important things. So now basically, I'm going to go ahead, fully weld this, clean it up with the grinder and my chipping hammer, wire brush, get everything clean. Okay guys, so I forgot to mention the dimensions. So from the bottom of the leg to this part right here, it's 4 inches. And then from here to up here, it's 10 inches. And then the last shelf is whatever is remaining. And then I'm gonna work on these edges. You see how it's not flush here, like I said at the start? I'm gonna have to cut these off with the grinder. Alright guys, just finished cutting the edges and then I also grinded them. Look how perfect these are. And these are going to fit perfectly with the legs. So just finished up with the table on the legs. Stands up quite well. What I'm going to do now is use these pieces here and create like feet for it or something like that. So just finished up with the legs. This is how the welds turned out. I haven't cleaned them yet. What I'm gonna do now is install this top. This top is huge. So just welded up the top finally. Thing is about this top, it's kinda, cause this is at the warehouse, this is just scrap lying around, kicked around with the forklifts. So this sheet isn't even straight. It's like completely bent. I don't know if you can see. So that's why these 2 areas got nice welds. Here and here. I still need to clean those up though. And on this side, if you can see, look, there's a gap here. And it's a pretty big gap. And I can't really do anything about it because this sheet's not even straight. So I used some extra scrap, kind of made a level there. But this side's also fine. But anyways, I'm gonna work on those wooden shelves. But before that, I'll have to clean up all these welds and clean this thing up. Okay guys, so off camera I went ahead and, you know, basically just cut out these wooden boards so they would fit the table. So these are my two shelves. They look pretty good. What I am gonna do right now is cut this corner off. There's about like an inch of excess here, and it's fine on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it from here down there. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this piece right here and make hooks out of it. These hooks, I'll just weld them maybe here or here around the table where I can hang stuff. So just finished welding everything up. I keep all of my discs, grinding disc, sanding disc, and wire wheel, brushes over here, helmet down there, measuring tools up there, and this is where I just hang my MIG gun and ground clamp. After that is find a way to attach this vise to the table. We're going to drill the holes. One thing I want to say before you do this is make sure the second jaw, the jaw that's behind, lines up with the edge of the table. This way, you can swivel this bench vise on this side too, or that side, and it'll still be off the table, so you can cut off the table. So after making basically zero progress with this drill machine, and so if I only made this hole, I decided to step things up. So I have this much nicer drill machine, and it has like so many different drill bits, and these are all meant for metal. That one is a man series drill bit, but these are actually designated for metal. Look at this. Okay guys, so basically I just got this vise fully installed. I used these as spacers. They work fine. They're connected down here. I might cut the excess off with the grinder, but this is what it looks so far. I really like it. It spins around. So guys, right now I basically emptied everything off, got rid of the welder and most of the stuff, cleaned this table, used a wire wheel, then I used some water and soap, and then I dried it all off. Now we're gonna paint the top. My spray paint can is right there. You don't need primer for this type of paint. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray paint it black. So I shook up the can, sprayed it in this cardboard to see if it works. Works just fine. The thing with this is you need to wear a mask. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna spray a little bit on camera and then I'll just finish it off camera. So just finished spray painting the first coat, and now I have to come back in an hour and spray paint the second coat. It doesn't look bad, honestly. Those are just the holes we drilled earlier. So I'm just going to come back in an hour. Right now it's 3:15, come back at like 4:20, 4:30, and then do the second coat. Okay guys, so time for the second coat. Pick it up. So just finished spray painting it. Now we just gotta wait 48 hours or 24 hours until this thing is fully dried. The paint looks pretty good so far. Now I just gotta wait. Okay guys, so I've just finished painting. Everything is done. Set everything up. Put the vise back on. Sorted all the tools. So basically everything here is good to go for me. I'll just give you a quick overview quickly. I have the welder here, the grinder right next to it, some of the accessories. Bottom I have the driver, if you guys can see. Gloves, a drill, and a wooden saw. Over here I have my safety goggles and my welding helmet, grinding discs and cutting discs, wire brushes, and then I have measuring tools back there. The dimensions of this table is going to be in the description below. Be sure to check those out if you want to build one. And that will be the end of the video. If you liked it, learned something, please subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. So let's get there soon.